Are you hurting your health without even realizing it? Have you ever noticed how some people remain mentally sharp, full of energy, and in great health well into their 80s or 90s, while others begin to face constant tiredness, recurring illnesses, and overall decline much earlier? It might not be just about genetics or luck. It could come down to something as simple as how you care for your body each day. Most of us stick to the same hygiene habits we've followed for years: a quick shower, brushing our teeth, maybe a bit of lotion, and assume we've covered all the bases. But here's the surprising truth. There are 5 areas on your body that most people, particularly seniors, tend to overlook when it comes to proper cleaning. Why it's important: skipping these spots can lead to more than just minor irritation. It can result in chronic inflammation, lower immunity, and infections that take longer to heal. Recent studies even link poor hygiene in these areas to serious conditions like heart problems, complications with diabetes, and cognitive issues. The good news? A few minutes a day of focused care could leave you feeling more energized, support better circulation, and even help you live longer. Expert advice that changed everything. I didn't give much thought to these hidden hygiene mistakes until I spoke with Dr. Dorothy Lane, a seasoned geriatrician who's been working with older adults for more than 3 decades. Her insights completely reshaped how I view daily self-care. What you'll discover. So today, I'm going to walk you through 5 commonly missed body parts, and why just a little extra attention could have a lasting impact on your health. Don't worry. This isn't about buying expensive products or spending hours in front of the mirror. These are easy, effective practices you can add to your day in just a few minutes, but the results can be profound. The benefits, you'll notice. Stick with me until the end, and you may begin to notice a fresher mouth, steadier balance, fewer aches and pains, and even more restful sleep. Before we start, a small favor. If you find value in practical health advice like this, please give this a thumbs up. It helps more people find this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you never miss helpful tips that can make a real difference in your daily life. Number 1. Your tongue. A surprisingly overlooked source of health trouble. Think about your kitchen. You probably wipe down the counters, clean the sink, and take out the trash. But what if there was one surface collecting gunk and bacteria that you completely forgot about? That's exactly what happens in your mouth if you don't clean your tongue. The tongue isn't just there for eating or talking, it's actually home to hundreds of types of bacteria. And when left alone, it becomes a hotspot for germs that can affect your entire body. At any moment, your tongue can be home to more than 700 types of microorganisms. Some are harmless or even helpful, but many can seriously impact your health if ignored. Here's where it gets alarming. Harmful bacteria from your tongue can make their way into your bloodstream through small cuts or inflamed gums, something especially common among older adults. Poor tongue hygiene has been connected to heart disease, complications from diabetes, and even lung infections. A coated tongue doesn't just look unpleasant, it can dull your sense of taste, compromise your immune system, and lead to persistent bad breath. Think of your tongue like the air filter in your furnace. If you don't clean it regularly, the buildup of gunk affects everything that flows through. Thankfully, maintaining a clean tongue is simple, quick, and doesn't require any fancy products. How to clean your tongue the right way. Here's a quick and effective way to keep your tongue in top shape. Use a tongue scraper. It's a small, affordable tool you can find at any pharmacy, and works much better than a toothbrush for this task. Gently scrape from the back of your tongue forward. Don't press too hard. Treat it like you're wiping down a dusty shelf. You want to be thorough but gentle. Do this 3 to 4 times, and you'll likely notice a thin white or yellow residue that's bacteria and dead cells you don't want lingering in your mouth. Follow up with a rinse, either water or an antibacterial mouthwash, to wash away any leftover debris. Timing is key. In the morning, scrape before breakfast to clear out bacteria that built up overnight. At night, do it more gently since your tongue can be more sensitive after a full day of eating and talking. This quick 3-minute habit can make a world of difference to your health. Unexpected perks of tongue cleaning. One of the first things many people notice is a renewed sense of taste. After just a few weeks, meals begin to taste richer and more satisfying again. Imagine enjoying your favorite fruits or morning coffee like you haven't in years. Your immune system also gets a helping hand. With fewer bacteria hanging around in your mouth, your body can focus its energy on other defenses. And if you've struggled with bad breath, this might be your solution. Bacteria hiding on the tongue is one of the main causes of chronic halitosis. Brushing alone won't fix it, but scraping will. Just ask Linda, a 67-year-old retiree who began tongue scraping after ignoring it for most of her life. Within 3 months, she was amazed at how much better food tasted, something she hadn't even realized she was missing. Her dentist also noticed the change. Less plaque and healthier gums. Then there's Edward, a 71-year-old retired teacher who battled bad breath for years despite meticulous brushing and flossing. He doubted tongue scraping would help, but just 2 weeks later, the problem disappeared. He felt more confident and no longer hesitated during social conversations. Simple tips to make it easier. If you have a sensitive gag reflex, begin by scraping from the center of your tongue and gradually move farther back as you become more comfortable. Also, be on the lookout for anything unusual. Persistent soreness, discoloration, or white patches may signal an issue that needs a doctor's attention. It's remarkable how a small habit like this can have far-reaching effects, improving your overall well-being in ways you might not expect. And here's the best part. This is just the first of 5 often ignored hygiene habits that could truly make a difference in your health. Ready for the next one? Let's move on, and trust me, this next body part is even more surprising and arguably just as essential to your well-being. Your feet. Your feet. The overlooked foundation of your health. Think for a second about all the hard work your feet do every day. They support your entire body, help you move with confidence, and maintain your balance. Yet for most people, foot care is little more than an afterthought, a quick rinse under the water. Maybe a splash of lotion now and then. But neglecting proper foot hygiene doesn't just lead to discomfort, it can result in infections, nerve issues, and serious health risks, especially for those with diabetes. Poor foot care can interfere with circulation, stability, and joint health, increasing the risk of falls, swelling, and chronic foot pain. Once you hit your 50s and beyond, your feet become even more important indicators of your overall health. Dr. Edward Collins, a longtime specialist in geriatric care, put it best. Your feet are like the foundation of a home. If they start to break down, everything else, your spine, your knees, even your heart, starts to follow. That's why it's essential to give your feet consistent, proper attention before small concerns grow into more serious problems. Why foot care becomes even more important with age. The human foot is incredibly complex. Each one has 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments. That's nearly a quarter of all the bones in your body. But as we get older, our circulation naturally slows down. This makes your feet one of the first areas to show warning signs when something isn't quite right. Are your toes frequently cold or swollen? That could be an indication of poor circulation or underlying cardiovascular problems. Do you notice redness, paleness, or unusual skin changes? These might be early indicators of diabetes-related issues or nerve damage. Persistent pain or burning sensations? That could be neuropathy, which not only causes discomfort, but also puts your balance at risk. And for individuals with diabetes, proper foot care isn't just about comfort. It's a matter of avoiding infections, ulcers, or in worst cases, amputations. So what should you be doing? Let's start with the basics. Many people think that standing in the shower is enough to clean their feet, but water alone won't cut it. Intentional care is key. Make it a habit to wash your feet thoroughly every day. Use a soft cloth or sponge along with a gentle, unscented soap to cleanse the tops, soles, and sides of your feet carefully. Don't forget between the toes. Pay close attention to the areas between your toes. It's one of the most overlooked spots where bacteria and fungus thrive. Think of it like cleaning between window blinds. If you skip the narrow slats, dirt and grime collect fast. The same goes for your toes. Always use warm, not hot, water. Hot water may feel soothing, but it can dry out your skin, making it more vulnerable to cracks and infection. And don't rush, take a seat if needed. A small stool or shower bench can make the process safer and more comfortable. Drying matters more than you think. After washing your feet, don't stop there, because drying them properly is just as important. Consider this. If you washed a load of dishes, would you put them away wet? Of course not. The leftover moisture would become a breeding ground for mold. Your feet are no different. Leaving moisture behind, especially between the toes, creates the ideal setting for fungi and bacteria to flourish. Just ask Richard, a 73-year-old retiree who learned this lesson the hard way. For years, he assumed a quick rinse in the shower was enough. But then, he noticed persistent discoloration between his toes. A visit to his doctor revealed a fungal infection he hadn't seen coming. Like many older adults, Richard spent most of his day in socks and shoes, warm, damp environments that fungi love. His doctor explained that unless he dried his feet thoroughly, the problem could escalate to painful sores or even open wounds. The upside? Once Richard started washing and carefully drying his feet each evening, the infection cleared within weeks. But that wasn't all. His walking improved. Aches disappeared, and his feet felt more stable. He regained a new level of comfort and independence. How to dry feet the right way. Many people unknowingly do this wrong. Start by using a soft, clean towel, ideally one set aside just for your feet. After washing, dry each area. The tops, the bottoms, and especially the spaces between each toe. Be intentional. Lift and separate your toes gently, patting each area dry. Avoid harsh rubbing, which can irritate the skin. The goal is to leave no moisture behind, because even small damp areas can invite athletes' foot and other fungal issues. Finish strong. Moisturize wisely. Once your feet are fully dry, take one final step: moisturize. But do it carefully. Aging skin loses hydration more quickly, especially in colder months or dry air. This can lead to cracking, flaking, or irritation. Apply a small amount of moisturizer to the tops and bottoms of your feet and massage it in gently to restore softness and flexibility. But here's an important tip: never apply lotion between your toes. That added moisture can undo all your hard work by creating a damp environment perfect for fungi to grow. Why you should skip the lotion between your toes. Here's the reason. Any moisture left in those tight spaces can undo all your effort and become a breeding ground for fungus. It's all about balance. Keep your feet hydrated where needed, but ensure complete dryness where it matters most. Your feet, a daily clue to your overall health. In addition to cleaning and drying, there's another crucial step most people miss: daily inspection. Think of your feet like warning lights on your car's dashboard. They can alert you to hidden health problems long before other symptoms appear. Take a minute each day to look for any changes. New discoloration, pale or red patches, dark spots, persistent aches, or tiny cuts and cracks that don't heal. Notice any swelling, coldness, or tingling? These could be early signs of poor circulation, infection, or even diabetic complications. Don't ignore what your feet are trying to tell you. If something looks or feels off, consult your doctor. Early attention can prevent serious outcomes. Remember, your feet carry you through life. They deserve daily care and awareness. Next up, the underestimated importance of underarm care. Let's move from your foundation to another vital and often neglected part of your body: your underarms. They're more than just a place for deodorant. In fact, your armpits play a powerful behind-the-scenes role in supporting your immune system. Your armpits. Not just about sweat. Most people treat their underarms as a place to mask odor, applying deodorant and moving on. But what many don't realize is that this area is home to a cluster of lymph nodes, small but essential components of your body's natural detox system. These nodes help filter toxins, drain waste, and support immune strength. If your underarms become clogged with layers of sweat, dead skin, and product residue, you may develop itchy rashes, irritation, and odor that won't go away even with deodorant. Over time, the buildup from antiperspirants can lead to inflamed lymph nodes and even infections. In some cases, it can escalate into painful abscesses, the kind of problem that's much harder to treat than it is to prevent. Lymphatic wellness expert Dorothy James explains it clearly. Your armpits are like drainage channels. If blocked, your body struggles to eliminate waste effectively, which over time can weaken your immune defenses. So if you've been relying solely on deodorant while skipping actual cleaning, it's time to rethink your routine. How to properly clean your underarms. This is where most people get it wrong. Start in the shower using warm water. It helps open your pores, loosening sweat and residue. Use a gentle cloth or sponge since underarm skin is sensitive. Avoid harsh scrubbing that can cause irritation or microtears. Master the technique. How to wash your underarms the right way. Use circular motions to begin. followed by vertical and horizontal strokes. Think of it as polishing a delicate piece of crystal. This method ensures that sweat and product buildup are effectively lifted without irritating your sensitive skin. Choose your cleanser wisely. Avoid soaps that are heavily fragranced or loaded with harsh ingredients. These can throw off your skin's natural balance and lead to dryness or irritation. A mild, unscented soap is a far better choice. It cleans without stripping the skin or causing flare-ups. Always rinse thoroughly. Leaving behind even a thin layer of soap can lead to itching and discomfort. Make sure the water runs completely clear before stepping out of the shower. For Dorothy, a 65-year-old retired librarian, this made all the difference. She spent years battling stubborn underarm irritation, assuming it was just part of aging. But once she switched to a gentler soap and focused on rinsing completely, her skin calmed down dramatically. "I had bumpy, red skin for years," she shared. "It wasn't until I changed how I cleaned that everything improved." Drying properly. The overlooked step that changes everything. Once you've washed and rinsed, don't skip the next essential step, drying your underarms completely. Think about what happens when damp clothes sit in a laundry basket too long. They begin to smell musty and collect bacteria. The same is true for skin that stays wet, especially in a warm, enclosed area like your armpits. Damp underarms provide the perfect environment for bacteria and fungi to multiply. This can lead to itching, redness, breakouts, and even ingrown hairs or painful infections if your pores become blocked. Here's the simple fix. Take a clean, soft towel and gently pat the area dry. Avoid rough rubbing, which can damage the skin and open the door to bacteria. Consider using a dedicated towel just for underarms and feet to prevent cross-contamination. Once dry, let your underarms breathe for a moment before applying any deodorant or antiperspirant. This short pause helps your skin calm down and improves how well your product works. Right away, you may notice your skin feels smoother, calmer, and less irritated, a sign that your new routine is working. Why this matters for your whole body. Here's something many people don't realize. Your underarms contain over 20 lymph nodes. These small, powerful glands filter toxins and support your immune system, so when you care for your underarms, you're not just freshening up, you're actively supporting your body's natural defenses. It's a small habit with a surprisingly big impact on your long-term wellness. Just 1 week. Give this simple underarm routine a try for just 7 days, and you might be surprised by how much changes. You'll likely notice softer, smoother skin with fewer clogged pores and reduced roughness. Because bacteria and sweat no longer linger, irritation and redness begin to fade. And perhaps most noticeably, body odor diminishes, since removing the bacteria that cause it leaves nothing behind to trigger unpleasant smells. Dorothy, a 65-year-old retired schoolteacher, was stunned by the improvement. After years of discomfort and recurring irritation, she found relief, all from one small adjustment to her daily routine. And she's not alone. Many older adults report an unexpected boost in overall vitality after giving more attention to this area. Why? Because your lymphatic system, the body's internal waste removal network, functions best when its channels are clear. When your underarms are bogged down with sweat, debris, and product residue, it slows that process. But by keeping the area clean and open, your body eliminates toxins more efficiently, leading to better circulation, more energy, and a lighter, fresher feeling throughout the day. Breathe better. Live better. Why nasal hygiene matters. We take nearly 20,000 breaths each day, yet most people rarely think about the quality of those breaths. Breathing is so automatic that it's easy to overlook its impact. But here's something worth considering. Poor breathing habits can drain your energy, disturb your sleep, and even impair your mental clarity over time. Your nose isn't just there to smell the roses. It's your body's built-in air filtration system designed to capture dust, allergens, and harmful bacteria before they reach your lungs. But just like the air filter in your home, your nasal passages need regular care and cleaning to do their job well. So what happens when you neglect your nose? Tiny particles like pollen and pollutants build up, making it harder for your nose to filter the air you breathe. Your airways become inflamed, which can lead to constant congestion, loud snoring, and restless nights. Over time, poor nasal hygiene has been connected to a greater risk of respiratory infections and reduced oxygen intake. And remember, if your nose is underperforming, the rest of your body follows. The nose, your first line of defense. Respiratory health expert Helen Carter puts it simply: Your nose acts like a security gate for your entire respiratory system. It not only screens out contaminants but also humidifies the air, ensuring your lungs get the cleanest, most breathable oxygen possible. But like any filter, if it's clogged, everything it protects suffers downstream. And because our body's immune defenses weaken with age, keeping your nasal passages clean becomes even more essential, not just for comfort, but for sharper breathing, deeper sleep, and improved vitality. How to care for your nose. The overlooked routine that can change your life. So, what's the right way to take care of your nose? It's simpler than you think, and the benefits can be felt almost immediately. Begin each morning with a gentle nasal rinse. Just splashing some warm water around your nostrils can help clear away any overnight buildup of dust and mucus. For a deeper cleanse, consider using a saline spray or a neti pot. Saline sprays work like a gentle shower for your nasal passages, washing away irritants and easing your breathing. And if you struggle with frequent congestion or seasonal allergies, a neti pot might be exactly what you need. It's a small teapot-like tool that delivers a saline solution through your nose to clear the sinuses more effectively. Incorporating steam into your routine is another powerful step. A warm shower, or even leaning over a bowl of steaming water, can help loosen mucus that's difficult to shift. Add a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil to make the experience more soothing and invigorating. Your nasal passages will feel instantly refreshed. One mistake many people make is blowing their nose too forcefully. Doing this can actually push mucus deeper into the sinuses, causing more pressure and discomfort. Instead, gently clear one nostril at a time into a soft tissue, and always remember to wash your hands afterward to prevent the spread of germs. The hidden benefits of nasal hygiene. Once you start caring for your nose properly, you may be amazed at the difference it makes. You'll breathe more freely, experience fewer sniffles, and enjoy better airflow throughout the day. Many people also find they sleep more soundly, no more waking up stuffy or snoring through the night. Even your energy levels might improve, thanks to better oxygen flow to the brain, which reduces fatigue and mental fog. Plus, with fewer allergens settling in your nose, your body is less likely to react to environmental triggers. Take Edward, a 69-year-old retired builder who battled sinus congestion for years. "I thought a blocked nose was just something that came with getting older," he said. "But once I started rinsing with saline and using steam every morning, I finally felt like I could breathe again." And then there's Margaret, 76, who loved working in her garden but always woke up feeling sluggish. "Every morning, my head felt stuffed with cotton," she shared. "But after adding nasal care to my routine, I started waking up clear-headed and energized. I had no idea breathing properly could make such a difference." The easiest fix for better sleep and more energy. If you've ever had a night where you couldn't breathe well, tossing, turning, and waking up exhausted, you're not alone. Many assume it's just allergies or part of aging. But the reality is, nightly nasal congestion can often be prevented. Simple habits like saline rinses and steam breathing might just be the easiest, most effective change you can make for better rest and better days ahead. But everything changed when Edward found himself waking up throughout the night, gasping for air. He made a single, simple adjustment, incorporating a daily nasal cleansing routine, morning and evening. "It was like a switch flipped," he said. "Suddenly, I could breathe deeply again. I hadn't realized how much that constant congestion was wearing me down until it stopped." He's not the only one. Dorothy, a 76-year-old who loves tending her garden, is a firm believer in her morning saline rinse. "I used to wake up feeling like there was a pillow stuffed inside my head," she said. "Now, after using a saline spray each day, it feels like the fog has lifted. My breathing is clearer, and I feel more energized." Quat. So, what's the right way to keep your nasal passages clean and functioning their best? Start with a quick morning rinse. Just a splash of warm water around your nostrils helps remove any overnight buildup. Then, reach for a saline spray. Think of it as a fresh shower for your nose, washing out allergens and clearing your airways. For deeper relief, consider using a neti pot, a small spouted device that delivers a saline solution through your sinuses. Many first-time users describe the sensation as truly rejuvenating. Next, blow your nose gently, not forcefully. Pinching both nostrils and blasting air out can actually make things worse by pushing mucus further into your sinuses. Instead, softly clear one nostril at a time using a tissue, and be sure to wash your hands afterward to keep germs at bay. A steam session can work wonders too. Let the warm mist of a shower open up your airways, Or try the old-fashioned bowl of hot water with a towel draped over your head. Breathe in deeply. Want an extra boost? Add a drop or two of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. The soothing, cooling effect is immediate and invigorating. As we age, nasal dryness becomes more common. The thin skin inside your nose can become irritated and cracked. A small dab of natural oil like coconut or vitamin E, applied with care, can keep the area hydrated and comfortable. This tiny daily practice only takes a few minutes, but the rewards are profound. Easier breathing, less nasal congestion, fewer sneezes, and deeper sleep. You'll wake up feeling clear-headed instead of foggy. Your energy levels might improve too. Better oxygen means a sharper mind and less fatigue. Plus, regular cleansing helps flush away allergens before they trigger discomfort. Sometimes the smallest habits end up making the biggest impact. It's surprising how such a small habit like cleaning your belly button can make a noticeable difference in your overall cleanliness and comfort. But when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. Our bodies are made up of many interconnected parts, and even the tiniest neglected area can affect how we feel each day. Take Dorothy, a 78-year-old retiree, for example. She had always been bothered by a faint musty odor but couldn't figure out the source. "I thought it might be my detergent, my body wash, or maybe something in my diet," she admitted. "But then I started including belly button cleaning in my daily routine, and the smell vanished. Not only that, the skin around my midsection felt smoother and healthier too." This kind of change isn't unusual. As we grow older, our hormones shift, medications change, and skin renewal slows down, all of which can subtly affect how we smell and how our skin feels. A tiny adjustment like this can restore comfort and confidence in ways you might not expect. That said, there are times when you need to be a little more cautious. Keep an eye out for signs that something might be wrong. If you see lingering redness or irritation, it could be the early stages of an infection. Discharge or persistent itching may point to a bacterial or fungal problem. And any ongoing pain, particularly if you've had a belly button piercing, should be checked out. Even healed piercings can hide buildup or develop issues years later. For people with diabetes or weakened immune systems, even minor skin infections can escalate quickly. That's why keeping the area clean is such a powerful and simple way to stay ahead of potential problems. Still have a piercing? It might look fully healed, but that small opening can collect sweat, oil, and debris. Take an extra moment to clean gently around the jewelry with warm water and mild soap. Be sure to dry the area thoroughly. Moisture that lingers in the piercing can cause irritation or infection. And keep an eye out for any sensitivity or redness, which might be an early warning sign. It's amazing, really, how 5 simple hygiene habits can have such a powerful effect on your health and overall comfort. From your tongue to your feet, your underarms, nasal passages, and belly button, each step adds up. They don't take long. They don't require special tools. And yet they can help you feel fresher, more energetic, and more in control of your well-being. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 habits surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments, and share which one you're going to try first. And if you found these insights helpful, go ahead and tap the like button and subscribe for more practical science-backed tips to help you feel your best, one small step at a time.